unfortunately couldn't be here, but they really want to hear it.
All right.
So, yeah. All right, girl. All right. So excited to have Alyssa with us tonight on the TFE team call. Alyssa, you are a mom of 3, correct? And so you're a busy mama, a registered nurse, 2-time elite, 15-star diamond, obviously top 10 coach. Just so excited about that. So can't wait to hear what you have to say. So go ahead and take it and just do your thing, girl.
Okay. So I want to tell all of you right now that there's no reason why you cannot have a successful business. None. Every single one of us was given the same opportunity, which is so unbelievably cool. It doesn't matter like what your background is, why you guys came into coaching. We all have the same opportunity. And I want to tell you guys a little bit about my story to show you how many failures I had and roadblocks on why I really would not be a successful coach. But yet I've been able to push past those things. So maybe some of these things might be familiar with you guys like as we kind of go through these stories. But when I first started as a coach, you guys, I had used Insanity. I did not complete the whole entire program. I actually borrowed it from a friend, and I was doing it after I had my 3rd baby, Charlotte. I had never used any Beachbody programs before when I decided to become a coach. I had no social media experience at all. I had maybe 100 friends on Facebook. I had kicked everybody off my friends list, and I was like the private of private of private when it came to my Facebook account. I was not even anybody that ever. I was pretty much somebody that just scrolled past all of everybody's information and never like liked or commented or anything. I was really busy. I had 3 kids at the time. My youngest was 9 months old when I started as a coach. I was also in school for my master's degree in nursing, and I was working as a nurse. So I was really, really busy. But all I did is I kept it super simple. So the way that you're going to have success in this business is just do it. Just do it. You guys are part of the Bombshell Dynasty. We are given incredible training. Sometimes it's too much training for most of our coaches. We get stuck in the training and in the information, and we don't actually do what we have to do. So when I was growing my business, I actually left nursing 9 months into my business, and that's when I decided to full-time coach. But I didn't have any kind of transformation, you guys. I didn't work out even with Beachbody's programs until this year. This year in January is the first time that I started to actually use Beachbody's programs. And this is the first time I'm actually doing the 21-day fix. I'm on day 2. So all of those things that we have in our heads that we have to have this transformation and we have to use Beachbody's programs and all of that stuff, like those are just lies that we tell ourselves. If we focus on doing the 3 vital behaviors in our business and schedule a power hour with nothing else going around us, you're going to move your business forward. It's just the way that it is. So when I was busy and I was starting this business, Melanie Mitro, this is right when like new coach trainings first started to come out. In fact, we didn't even have anything in the Bombshell Dynasty yet. Beachbody didn't have anything either. And I remember her taking me in this coach training, and I had no clue. Like it was just like word vomit is the way that I kind of felt about it. I didn't check in. I was like the worst coach. You probably would have thought that I was going to do absolutely nothing with the business because she would follow up with me, and like I just was not paying attention whatsoever. But I came into the business to run challenge groups. That's why I became a coach. I didn't really know about the financial freedom. I didn't know that I was going to be growing a team. But what I did know is that I wanted to help other people. My grandfather passed away from heart disease and diabetes, and I felt like, you know what, I know enough about health and nutrition, and I know that I like to help other people, that I want to run these challenge groups. And that's the whole reason why I became a coach. So I honestly, as from day one, I just started inviting people to challenge groups. I didn't even know what a challenge group was. I wasn't even in a challenge group before. And so I just started inviting to them. And my first one, I actually ran it by myself. Melanie gave me this template to use, and I just started posting her stuff. And I started adding like some of my own stuff in it. I tried to think that I had to be creative and come up with things on my own. But I had no idea what I was doing. But it's okay because nobody else had any idea that I didn't know either. I just ran them by myself. And so there's so many things that hold us back. We always think we have to have X, Y, and Z in place to be successful, and it's so not true. If you look at where I started, I had everything up against me to why I would be a successful coach. But I knew in my business, you guys, that I had to hit Success Club every single month. I knew that part. Melanie drilled that into my head, and she told me if I wanted to create a 6-figure business, then I needed to hit Success Club 10 every single month in my business. So that was the only thing that I had in my head. So the first year of my business, I went 5-star and elite. And the only thing I had in my head was, okay, Success Club 10. I didn't focus on recruiting numbers. I didn't focus on how many of my coaches were hitting Success Club at that time. The only thing that I was still really focused on was hitting Success Club 10 in your business. So that right there will show you that if you are hitting Success Club 10 in your business, you are going to rank advance. You are going to become an elite coach. Okay? So hit Success Club no matter what in your business. Okay? And oftentimes we don't know. There's coaches that are like, I can't do this. Like, I'm not hitting Success Club. As much as I am not a numbers person, I'm not numbers, I'm not an emerald, I am not your organized individual, I am a hot mess. But I knew that if I sent out 3 to 5 invites a day, strictly on numbers, basically even out of like a casino with numbers and with playing with odds, that I would easily be able to help 3 to 5 people every single month in my business. It's a no-brainer. And so coaches that aren't hitting Success Club, it's because you're not talking to enough people, point blank. Or you don't have enough personal development built up yet within yourself. And that's one of the things that most coaches miss out is their own personal development. And I want you guys to remember this, write this down. Your internal transformation needs to be bigger than your external transformation. Your internal transformation needs to be bigger than your external transformation. If you are wanting to recruit rock star coaches, then you need to work on yourself because like attracts like. Point blank. You might get lucky. You may have a friend that sits up and runs, but where you're at and as your business continues to grow, you are only going to attract better people if you are working on yourself. Okay? So don't skip out on your personal development. I now probably listen to 4 or 5 hours of personal development every single day. It's what I have on my work hours. I work for 4 or 5 hours, 4 days a week. So I work Mondays, Tuesdays, Sunday nights, Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, I take a half day. But I literally have personal development on instead of listening to the radio that whole entire time. So I'm either listening to old calls, I'm listening to podcasts, or I'm listening to things on YouTube. It's all audio. I don't read books. I mean, I could, but I just don't have time to read books. So I literally just have information of positivity influencing my brain all day long. And you have to in this business because we have to give a lot of ourselves to other people all of the time. And there's only so much that you can give to others. And so if you're not filling your own cup up, you're going to easily become depleted, especially as your business starts to get bigger. So fill yourself up with your own love first and really focus on your internal transformation being bigger than your external transformation. There's actually some people that I follow on Facebook where these people have hundreds of thousands of followers. They're not the most glamorous people, but let me tell you, they know who they are and they're super comfortable in their own skin, and people are really, really attracted by that. So just grow yourself and be yourself. Be yourself. I know we all try to be somebody else. I mean, I try to be Lindsay Matway. I try to be Melanie Mitro. I try to be like all these people because these are the people that were training me when I started. And it just came off so unbelievably faked because I'm sure that you guys have said like, follow the top coaches, watch what the top coaches are doing because they're doing something right. What they're doing right is they've come into their own skin and they're proud of who they are today. Okay, that's the only thing that really we're doing right is the fact that we decided that, you know what, I'm going to be myself because you can only be somebody else for so long and then you don't even know what to say anymore because it's not you. And so just be yourself because you're going to attract amazing people just like you. My team is 95% healthcare. 95%. I have a really unique team. And that is because I attract people like myself. Most of the people on my team also had some kind of eating disorder as well. So I typically attract people that have the same kind of things that I've gone through. It's either the mom that needs to lose weight, or it's somebody that struggled with eating disorders, or it's the nurses. And why? Because I am myself, and I tend to only speak to a particular niche when I'm doing my posts. So when you guys are doing your posts, I have to ask, do you speak like you're talking to your best friend? That's what I need everybody to be doing, is to speak like you're talking to your best friend. And oftentimes, coaches can do this on their personal Facebook pages, but they kind of stray, like when it comes to your leg page or it comes to your Instagram. You don't
I'm so sorry to interrupt you. Will you mute everybody?
Yeah.
Okay. We keep on hearing like random, like, you know what I mean? I tried to mute it from my end, but I couldn't. Okay, go ahead. You're amazing. Keep going.
Okay, so talk like you're talking to your friend. And I want you guys to do this on all social media accounts. Okay, on your Instagram, on your like page, even though these people on your like page on Instagram are complete strangers, I want you to still talk to them like you are your best friend. And every time that you're posting on social media, I want you to really think of that best friend, and that's who it is that you're talking to. Okay? Don't be scared to do this, because what a lot of coaches do is, you guys tell me if this sounds familiar. You put your challenge group post out there, and then you kind of wait by your computer, and then somebody messages and you're like, yeah, like I got one, right? Like how many people do that? I know I used to do that as a new coach. I'd be like, yes, like somebody like grabbed onto my post. Like, this is great. Like I just caught something. And the truth is that if you're talking to your target market, you're always going to be attracting people, and you're going to attract the right people into your business. And you're going to have a team of people that are like your best friends, because you've been talking to that person. And you know that you hit it right when people are like, I felt like you were talking to me. I relate so much to you and to your story. Okay, so don't be afraid to do that. Oftentimes people are like, I want to help people that are 18 to 65 and men and women. It's okay to be selective, because actually the more selective that you are, the more people that you're actually going to reach here, where you need them to reach them. You need to reach them at their heartstrings. And the way that you do that is to talk like you're talking to just one person. So that kind of leads me to, what do people post on social media? Because when I was a new coach, like I had no idea. I was not somebody that posted on social media. And all of a sudden it's like, I got to post about these 5 pillars. And I got like so hung up on that. I was like, all right, fashion, fitness, faith. All right. And I literally like decided that I had to do like all 5. But the truth is that just post you and just post your life. Like, don't make it complicated. Don't just share your highlight reel like everybody else does on Facebook. Share the events of your life that have turned you into the person that you are today. Okay, so oftentimes, like, I didn't want to tell everybody that I had anorexia and bulimia. Like, who wants to announce that to literally like the whole world? But as coaches, you guys, we are a vehicle of change for other people. We are a vehicle of change. That is all that we are, is a vehicle for change. You could not like fitness and be a top rocking coach. Look at Lindsay Matway. The girl does not like to work out at all. She does not lead with fitness. You do not have to lead with fitness. So kind of get yourself out of like the mold of what you think that you have to do, and just lead with your heart of your stories, that you're a vehicle for change for other people. So everybody has stories. Once you start sharing stories is when you're going to start to have those emotional heartstrings and things that are going to come back. And that's really how you're going to increase your followings, because people can relate to stories. You know, people can't relate to, here's my Shakeology, I'm drinking it and going to the soccer game. Like, people don't relate to that at all. But if I told you that I was a low carb dieter before I started drinking Shakeology, and I literally was a chocoholic. So I was a low-carb dieter with like a chocolate obsession. But that's because I was missing nutrients in my body, because I was cutting out all this stuff. Little did I know. But when I started to drink Shakeology, all of a sudden I didn't have any of these cravings anymore. And I like would not douse all of my kids' candy all the time. And so people can relate to that. How many other people are out there that have crazy cravings or start these diets and they fail because of the fact that they're missing key nutrients? So what is like your story? You know, what are the things in your life that have molded you into the person that you are today? I was a loner. I was a total loner. My parents moved around all the time. My best friends were my brothers. That's the truth. I mean, and I tried to fit in, and I never felt like I fit in. I was always like that square peg trying to fit into a round hole. And you know what? You might come to my page today and you might look at me and go, oh, she's got it all together. She doesn't really know. She doesn't relate to me. And I want people to know that I don't have it all together. I do not have it all together. That is a huge misconception. And I do not have a perfect life, and nor did I ever. I went through a lot of crap in my life to make me who I am today. And by sharing those struggles and those things that I've gone through, that is how people are going to relate to you. So don't be ashamed of the things that of, you know, those rough times that you've gone through in the past, because they mold your character and they really allow you to relate to other people. So kind of think about, guys, not sharing the highlight reels, but either sharing how you've overcame something or how you are overcoming it. So here's an example that I wanted to give to you guys. And I'm using this as part of my marketing right now, but it's what I'm doing in my life. So my kids are going to school. My youngest, Charlotte, is going to actually be in preschool. So if there's going to be 3 mornings that I'm going to have no kids here. Oh. It's crazy. I don't know what I'm going to do with myself. No, I do, really. I'm going to be okay. But I'm like, this is a good time. Like, this is a time for me to change. It's a season of change. It's a time for me to really do those things for myself that I've not been doing. It's been summer. I've not been on my diet or my nutritional plan. But I haven't been doing the things that I should be doing. And I really need to take time for myself. And so I'm posting on social media about, this is really when I want to start taking time for me. And I decided that I'm going to use the 21-day fix and the 21-day fix extreme. And I'm going to have the next 42 days with Autumn. I'm also going to start a yoga class, and I'm going to take yoga a couple days a week, and I'm just going to try to give some time back to myself. And so on social media, I want to share with other moms and other women that how can you give even 10, 15 minutes a day to yourself? And I am a giver. I love to give things, just way that I feel good. And so often, like, you'll see that I'll post, like, it might be for me, but if I'm giving something to somebody else, then it makes me feel good. So I'm using my social media about this time that's going on in my life right now. And so that's what I want you guys to do as well, is think in your head, what are you going through right now in your life? You know, are you scrambling to get the kids back in school? Is it a time of change for you in your life as well? Maybe you have like a really hot Halloween costume that you want to get into, and you're like, let's slim down for Halloween or whatever. But there's all different things that are going on in our lives, and you guys can really use that as your marketing campaign within your business and have it be completely natural. Because it's you and it's your story and it's your life. And I don't even have to think about what I'm going to post on social media, because it's just what I'm going to do for myself. And in that case, then I can take pictures and just share with others what it is that I'm doing, and kind of create that following and have other people join me. So I talked about this the other day on social media, actually, and I said that I was going to run this group. It was going to be a group. It was going to be Project Me is what I called it. And let me tell you, that post got over 200 something likes on it and probably 45 comments in that group. And I sold like 8 challenge packs in one day of people that are going to join it. Now for this particular group, I literally let everybody in the group. So I let coaches that aren't on my team in, I let everybody in on my group this time. I don't normally do that all the time, but this time I was like, let's all do this. Let's all have a big Project Me. And this group is running so well. It's like taken off. It's just going to be such a really, really good group. So invite people to join in with what it is that you're doing. Just invite everybody just to join in on you, and they're going to be able to feel your passion. And if it means that other coaches from other teams are going to join in, who cares? You're going to help them out. That's kind of the way that I looked at this is, you know what, obviously they're not meeting their own health and fitness goals. Obviously they need help. We are in the business of paying it forward. I don't care. They can try to poach my people. I know who I am. And when you are are comfortable with who you are and know who you attract into your business, it doesn't matter. For example, like Jessica and I, we just don't attract the same kind of people because I primarily attract people in healthcare. And so it's not that your people are better or my people are better or anything like that. It just comes down to, I know my target market so well, and that's who I talk to every day on social media. A lot of times people come and interview like the top 10 coaches. And so I know that they are looking to be in somebody's team and they're interviewing me. But I know my niche so well. And I know, and I can look at them and go, okay, that one's going to probably go with Amy Silverman. That one's a stay-at-home mom. And one might go with Melanie Mitro. This one is a doctor, and this one's going to probably come with me because I know my market. So if you know your market and you know exactly who it is that you're going to attract, and you're talking to that person all the time on social media, you're going to create this environment, this team environment, these challenge group environments with people that you really relate to. Because we've all worked with people that we don't really relate to so well. And it's not really as much fun to do challenge groups with some of these people or to even have them on your coaching team because you just don't relate to them. And that's kind of what I attracted in the beginning as a new coach, because I attracted everybody instead of my initial target market. So the sooner that you guys can think of who is your target market, who is it exactly that I want to attract, and start speaking to that one individual, then you're going to have much quicker success in your business. Okay. All right. So I want to talk to you guys a little bit about the importance of recruiting in your business. You have to recruit like it is your job, because it is your job. It is your job to recruit. And oftentimes, and I learned to look at it as like recruiting, because I think that sounds like horrible, like MLM-ish. I like to think as like, who am I sponsoring? Because I spend a lot of time with my coaches, tons of time with my coaches. And so who am I going to sponsor? Who am I going to gift this opportunity to that I am going to help work? It's not like I'm taking you in as a number and just letting you fly and hoping that you get it by yourself. I'm actually going to sponsor you and teach you what it is to do. And so oftentimes we kind of get stuck on inviting for challenge groups versus inviting for coaching, or we get scared to invite for coaching. I can tell you that I'm pretty sure Jessica has an amazing system that she puts everybody through. And just like on my team, it doesn't matter how far you are down in my downline, you're going to get the same kind of training because I have a whole team site and it's duplicatable. So it doesn't matter where you're at. It doesn't matter if you don't feel like you are a leader yet. You are never going to experience the growth of this business unless you are recruiting. Okay. So as a new coach, I set my goals, 4 coaches a month. That's what my goal was at 4 coaches a month. To this day, I sign everybody up as discount coaches. Everybody. I offer the discount to everybody. And the reason why I do this is because, for one, I want them to see what my team is all about. You're not going to get the entire environment by just being in one of my challenge groups. So even if they sign up and they're that discount coach, I still put them in my team page. I don't put them in the training necessarily right away unless they want to, but I always let them know that it doesn't make sense to sign up as a challenger because you are going to save money if you sign up as a coach. And I don't use discount coach. In fact, I actually take coach completely out of it. I just tell them we have a discount program. And I let them know, like, we have a discount program. Here's the way that I would sign up. You don't have to. And I can send you the script that I use, Jess, so you can use this with your team. But I basically just share with people, like, you're going to love Shakeology. You're going to want to stay on it for the second month. You might as well set yourself up now and get the 25% savings. It's going to be about a $16 difference if you didn't do it. And if you don't like it, you just cancel. It's no different than if you have to cancel just your regular Shakeology on Home Direct. And I did this when I was building my business because I understood that, and able to really create any kind of financial freedom, I had to build a team. I couldn't just rely on hustling challenge pack sales all the time and deal with any kind of residual income. So I don't know how many of you guys do that now, but I really suggest taking that route with it, because they're all going to go into your challenge groups anyways. Every single one of my coaches goes through my challenge group. They have to understand what a challenge group is to be able to run the business. And so offer that to everybody that you talk to. And I'll send over my script because it's really in the wording. And that's what's really important. I think that when you present that to somebody, what it is that you're actually saying so that they understand. Okay, so invite everybody to coaching, everyone. That's really going to help you take off your business. It's going to make this business so much more fun. I tell you, like, I love to recruit now, and I'm the girl that didn't even know I was going to have to mentor anybody. This is really funny, but I signed up just to run challenge groups. I didn't know anything because remember I ducked out of Melanie Mitchell's training. So she messaged me probably 2 weeks as a coach and was like, hey, you might want to become an Emerald coach. And I was like, what are you talking about? Literally, I did not know that I was going to build a team, that I was going to mentor anybody. I just was strictly a coach to run challenge groups. So I had no clue what the heck she was talking about. But as soon as I started to actually recruit people, and a lot of those people were still just my challengers, it was just the way that I just changed the wording around. When I started to do that, these people are still on my team. These are my star diamond coaches now that started 2.5 years ago with me, and we've kind of grown up and grown this business together, but they were my discount coaches. And that's when I really started to see the income potential with Beachbody. And that's when I was like, wow, okay, I could actually probably do this and leave nursing because I didn't know all of that stuff. So it has to come from growing a business. And I say, invite everybody. So if you are on your timeline and you see somebody scrolling down and you're like, that person's really motivational, that person seems like they're really into health and fitness, that person there is talking about needing income, send them an invitation. Because if you don't, I will. And that's true. I will invite anybody that I see on my timeline to coaching. And typically I just tell them like, hey, you know what? This is super random, but your posts are super inspiring. You're really into fitness. I think that you would be an awesome fit for my team. Have you ever thought of Beachbody coaching? I send that message out probably 20, 25 times a day. Because if I don't, and I've been stung on it before, if I didn't do it and I saw somebody that was going to be a great coach, somebody else is going to see that same potential within themselves and within that person, and they are going to invite. So get over the inviting part of it and just do it and look like you're offering them a gift, because you are. This is like the most amazing gift ever. I'm telling you, standing like where I'm at right now, not even like in the top of the company. Like, I don't even care really about that kind of stuff. I'm more talking about having just freedom. And honestly, my husband's not there, but like not having to run up the stairs, like with my bags. Like I used to, when I was a nurse, like I used to have to like hide my shopping bags all the time. And half the time it'd be stuff from Target for my kids, but I would still have to hide it because I didn't have like a ton of money when I became a coach. And now it's like the most rewarding feeling, like going to Target and like dropping my bags on the kitchen table. Those are like the little things, but just being able to have like freedom, it's worth it. So if you're thinking to yourself, I don't know if I can do this, I don't know if I have enough time to do this, sacrifice 2 years of your life to pour yourself with personal development and to really take that all in and to just give it your all. Like focus on that power hour, you guys, and give it your all for 2 years. And you will be amazed at what will happen, because otherwise we're going to work for the next 35 years for somebody else. That's the way that I looked at it. And like, I did not want to like wipe butts and like empty urinals for the next 35 years of my life. Like it just wasn't going to happen. And I was working every other weekend and all these holidays, and I did not want to do that any longer. So I looked at it like, okay, this can really do this for me, and I can do this for helping other people. Then I'm going to do that business activity tracker, and I'm not going to go to bed at night until it's done. And so even when I was super busy, sometimes it'd be like 11:30 at night and I'd be like, oh my gosh, I forgot to invite today. I would send 5 quick invites. I would close my eyes because I still didn't like inviting at the time. And I would just press enter, press enter, press enter, press enter, press enter. Okay, done. And then I go to bed. So no matter what you have to do not go to bed at night until those things are taken care of, and focus on your vital behaviors. Kind of get rid of what the fluff is in your business, or the extra trainings or anything else that you guys are involved in if you guys feel like you're overwhelmed, and just do your power hour. That's all you have to do to grow a crazy business and be yourself. Like, that's a really super cool thing about this, is like, it doesn't matter who you are. You just have to be you. And when you be you and you share that and you do your power hour, that's how you have success in a business. So, and you guys all have those things. Like, you have yourself, you know what to do with the power hour. You know, you can use some crazy fun apps and stuff like that to make your pictures like stand out or whatever. But if people know that you're going to share your story and people are attracted to you, they're going to come to your page and find out what it is that you're talking about. So just share yourself over and over and over again on social media, always your before and like your after, realizing that people might come to your page and go, wow, that chick's hot. She's in really, really good shape. Sure, it's easy for her to talk about health and fitness. She doesn't have any struggles, right? So I always talk about the bulimia and the anorexia that I went through, and gaining 50 to 60 pounds with every single one of my babies, because I know what it's like to wear maternity clothes for a lot longer than I should. I know what it's like to not look cute and have people look at me and not be very nice. And it pisses me off, to tell you guys the truth, because we should not be treated that way about what we look like externally. It should all come from within here. It should all be radiated from within here. So that makes me so upset that people even judge externally. So if you guys are sharing yourself, they're going to be able to see that inside part of you. They're going to be able to see that you're a real person and that you have real struggles, and they're going to really be able to connect with you and look past what the outer shell is, because the outer shell doesn't really matter. The outer shell is not what's going to be that person that gives and loves and is there for support. So those are just kind of my tips. Super easy. I know we like get super complicated, and I think you guys were like, all right, she's going to give me the secret sauce. But that's really the secret sauce in your business. It's just doing the power hour every single day. Invite yourself to coaching and be yourself. That's all you guys have to do to grow a successful business. So kind of get out of your own way. Like, that's the most important thing. Like, move to the side. Tell yourself that, you know what, I'm going to be a bad mama jamma, and I'm going to do this. And I'm going to be at the top. And I'm going to craft every single one of my goals. And I'm going to just do this. And don't think about how you're going to do it. Just do your power hour. That's all that you have to do, is just focus and do your power hour. So I'm going to just open up. You guys have any questions for me? I guess I could look here in the chat section maybe. See if there's any beforehand. Do I personalize it?
Irene had a question.
Do I send everyone the same message when I invite, or do I personalize it? Actually, my one for coaching, I don't personalize it. It's actually the same thing over and over and over again. And it's like, because I say the same thing. It's basically like, hey, this is super random, LOL. But, you know, I find your post super motivational. You're somebody, and I only send this to people like I really would want to work with on my team. So I don't send this to like every single person that I see. But if I see somebody that I think has great coach potential, I just send them like, have you ever considered, it's back into like your 101 Beachbody days. You know how they say like, have you ever considered? That's all that I say. I just let them know that I think they'd be a great asset to my team, that I love what they post on social media, and that I just had a rare feeling today and I was going to invite them to be a part of my team, and have they ever thought about it? So I actually send that to the same, because it's always pretty much the same thing. Yes, they are. Okay, so personal development, guys. Personal development is whatever you need. Okay, so I know oftentimes like I tell my coaches like start with the compound effect, or like go pro, or I give them all these books to read. But truthfully, personal development is whatever you need to work on. So if you need to work on social media and you don't really understand like how social media works, then that's what your personal development should be on. If you need to work on leadership, then that's what your book should be on. If you need to work on confidence and self-belief, then that's what your book should be on. Because you need to strengthen those areas in your life that you need to do to improve yourself. So personal development is whatever you need for you.
Love it. Hey, Alyssa, do do you just go ahead then? I know you said that you add new challengers or discount coaches to your team group. Do you just add them, or do you actually like in their like welcome email, do you like send them a link that they can add themselves, or do you just put them in the group? How do you do that? Because I struggle with that. Like I'm trying to
coach groups.
Yeah, like with your discount coaches. So
Okay.
those that choose to do the program, I know you add them to your group, but do you just go ahead and click add for them, or do you send them a link to add themselves if they want to do it?
No, so I tell them that I'm going to add them into my team page. So I don't add them into my, I have like a PS coach team page. It's just like Alyssa's coaching family. And I don't add them in there because that is like where my hardworking coaches are. Now, if they start to work the business, yes, I will move them in there. But typically, I just put them into Royal Republic, which is my big team page, because there's a lot of people asking a lot of questions. You know, it's not always really coaching related. There's a lot of positivity that's in that page as well. So people are always posting like motivational quotes or whatever, and we're joking around. And so I just want them to get a sense of like what the community is like. I don't put them in Royal Republic yet because I kind of like drive home. You guys can tell I'm like an excited individual. So I kind of like drive home like my team, you know? So I don't really put them in my smaller page yet because that's too coachy, I guess.
Totally. I get that. I have the same. I have a PS group and then I have the Fearless Empire. And yeah, I struggle with that, just trying to figure out how to add them, because sometimes I'm like, I feel like sometimes they do it just for the discount and I don't want to freak them out by adding them to a group. But I also think that it can really be good to kind of show them like if they might catch the bug. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so that's good.
Don't treat your coaches differently. Don't treat your discount coaches differently than your regular coaches. I mean, you're not going to send your discount coaches like information on coach training and all that kind of stuff, obviously. So you probably have two different like welcome emails that you might have, but I actually I treat them the same. Like I announce them into my page. I let people know that they're, you know, there for the discount and that they're here for extra motivation and extra positivity. And I announce it like that. And I tell them like, listen, like this is really a perk of why you did this, because now you have, you know, instead of 30 individuals really motivating you, inspiring you to reach your goals, now you have a page of 3,000 people that are going to motivate and inspire you to reach your goals, you know? And oftentimes what I get is, hey, I think I could probably do like this coaching thing. Like I like to be a part of this. Or I just have people that stay on Shakeology a lot longer and they're just more a part of the community. And you know what? That's fine with me. If people need community, I am more than welcome to give them that, whether if they ever open up their back office or not, because we all need people in our lives. So it's kind of what I feel like. Let's just give them a gift of a community, because everybody just wants to be loved and everybody just wants to be cared for.
I love that. That's good. That's really, really cool. Love it. Rosemary, I think, had a question. She said, so if they cancel their Shakeology, do you take them out of your page? I'm guessing no.
Yeah, I do. Mm-hmm.
You do. Okay, so
not right away, I don't. But I'll have my assistant go into my page like every like 3 or 4 months and like just clean everybody out. So whoever isn't in, you know, who is not showing up like in my downline, whoever's not showing up in my downline, then she will remove those people from my groups for me.
Very
so
cool.
She does that in my other groups too. So if you're like a coach and you've dropped diamonds, they get the ixnay out. And that's something else that I want to tell you guys quick. I know this is like totally random, but I get this a lot with my coaches, and I just hope that this will help you guys. That you guys are on this call for a reason. You guys are here because you guys want to grow a business. And as you guys grow your businesses, I want you to understand that it is not your responsibility to make sure that other people are successful. Success comes from yourself, no matter what. And so even with my team, I've got a really big team. 80% of my business is still me growing my own business. I'm mentoring my coaches. I do a lot of trainings for my coaches. But at the same time, it's not your fault when your coaches drop rank. It's not your fault when your coaches aren't hitting Success Club. It is their own fault. They've got to move out of their own way. And every single one of you guys are going to lose diamonds. You guys are going to lose people that are going to be rockstar coaches. It's going to happen. And it's because of the fact that that person does not believe enough within themselves to see the potential. It has nothing to do with you, okay? So get over that part as quickly as you can, because it will hold you back until you can get over that. And I can tell you, it's not an easy thing to get over. It's not. I've lost diamond coaches before. I keep myself up at night trying to think what I can do for other people. But just a couple months ago, I put into effect in my business that I will not get on calls with coaches unless they've hit Success Club in the month before, because Success Club is easy. It is an easy, attainable goal if you are doing the vital behaviors. It's easy. I cannot mentor you if you're not doing the vital behaviors. There's nothing that I can tell you when you get on the, and this is how my calls went. Well, I know I need to invite more, and I know I need to do more personal development. Okay, so we just wasted, half an hour of my day for you to tell me you're not doing the vital behaviors. So people have to do the activities. If they're not doing the activities, then you need to say, look, I will meet you halfway, but you have to be the one to grow your business, because it's not my responsibility if you're successful or not. And as soon as you can kind of wash that away and realize that I am going to love on every single one of you, and it does not mean that I'm closing my door, but I have to meet people halfway. It's your own business. People have to treat their business like a business. And so just kind of remember that as you guys are going along. And this is why recruiting is so important, because you always have to be bringing new blood and new fire into your team, because those are the ones that light the passion within the room. Those are the ones that reignite the whole entire team. They're super excited. They bring that. I'm a big vibes person. I don't know if you guys follow me at all, but I'm huge on positive vibes, and I'm just a huge energy person. So I believe they are so excited. They bring in so much excitement into my team page, and they reignite everybody all the time. So you want to keep bringing in those new coaches for reigniting, for that reason just alone, for reigniting. But also just to make sure that you guys just don't get hung up on that, because the quicker you guys can kind of get over that part, that it's not your fault that other people don't succeed, the easier will not weigh on your heart as much. It's still going to weigh on your heart a little bit, but just know that it's not your fault if somebody isn't doing what they have to do.
Love it. That's great. That is so great.
Yeah, yes. It really needs to hear that, because it's tough. It's really tough. But as soon as you realize that and you start setting boundaries in your business, the much better it's going to be. And maybe you're a new coach and you're looking at me, you're like, I just want anybody to talk to me. I am posting in my team page and nobody is responding. I did that. I was the person that posted in my team page for 4 months to myself, and nobody responded. And I'd be like, come on guys, let's do this. And people didn't do anything. But I showed up. And they didn't. And some people started to come around. They started to show up more, but just keep showing up. Keep adding in more people, and you're either going to reignite those people's fire, or if not, you're going this way. You're not looking back. You're going forward. And your job is to find more people to gift this opportunity to.
Love it.
Any other questions you guys have? I think maybe there's something more.
I think Irina was just asking about when you add somebody to the page, and that's really right away when you sign them up as a discount coach, correct? Or coach.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, right away. So let them know they're going to be involved in 2 pages. They're going to be in their challenge group, and then they're also going to be, because that's a perk of getting the membership, is being in my team page as well.
Very cool. Awesome.
So, yeah, don't overthink this job, you guys. Don't. The simpler that you can make it, the better. Just don't overthink it. Just do it.
Well, thank you so much, Alyssa. This has been amazing to have you here, and it's just so refreshing. Your energy is so refreshing, and your spirit, and just being able to hear everybody hear from somebody different too. It's so good. It's so good. So thank you. And I know I took notes nonstop, so I'm excited to talk with our team a little bit more about some of the stuff you said. That's so good. So thank you again.
I will send over my script to you guys so you guys can see how I invite to coaching to everybody. But you guys, just do this. Seriously, let this change your life, because it will. 100% in every single area, from spiritual to relationships to income to freedom. Everything in your life will change. Everything. Move out of your own way. Do your power hour and just be yourself, and let this change your life, because it totally will. So thanks for having me on, you guys. It was great talking to you guys. go ahead and kick some butt this week in your business. And I want to hear about all the success stories. What is going to come out of August for your team? Because make it incredible. Make this a record-breaking month for your team, because there's no reason why it can't be. There's no reason why every single one of you guys can't kick some butt. So go out and do it. All right, have a good one, guys. Bye, everyone.
Right. Hey, PS coaches, we'll click on the other link and we'll meet now too, okay? The link in the